Light presents We Are the Disclosure. UFO sightings and strange anomalies, the paranormal and unexplained, advanced technologies and new discoveries, extraterrestrial life and contactees. Now is the time to speak. As we explore the unknown, the uncertain, and the unseen, we are the disclosure, and these are those stories.
I'm Robert Earl White, you are Sarah UFO girly. We are the disclosure, we are the disclosure. I said we are the disclosure. I said we are the disclosure, they are the disclosure, we are the disclosure. You can't hide the truth from us, we are the disclosure. You can't hide the truth from us, we are the disclosure. You can't hide the truth from us, we are the disclosure. You can't hide the truth from us, we are the disclosure. We are the disclosure. We are the disclosure. We are the disclosure. We are the disclosure.
Hello, all of you beautiful, majestic dolphins out there swimming through the universal consciousness. My name is Robert Earl White.
And I'm Sarah UFO girly.
With our special guest, Andrew Radziewicz, the psychic firefighter. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on.
Awesome. It's going to be a great one. And together, we are the disclosure. There we go. We got it. So hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Tonight, we're going to have an amazing podcast, a little talk, a little show. We're going to show you some amazing UFO videos from our good friend that's coming from us right now, way across the pond, all the way in Australia, which is pretty wild. So a lot of the footage we're going to be seeing tonight, yes, it's coming from way over across the pond, and I'm really looking forward to it. But as promised, every single week we feature three of you beautiful dolphins out there. We feature you on the show, and all you have to do is go in the comments after the video, go down in the comments and hashtag the psychic firefighter, hashtag the psychic firefighter. And then if you want to be featured in next week's video, I'll choose some of you to toss you in there. It's going to be awesome. But we have some people that left the hashtag Lights Over Loveland last week. So let's do it. Let's pull them up. A boom, a boom, a boom, a boom. Thank you. We love you, community. Much love to all of you. We really appreciate all of your love and support, and a shout out to the special Skywatching community all around the world. So let's get into it. Enough about all of that. But before we get started, I'm killing everyone with suspense. You got to hit that like button. You got to subscribe. And you got to go down into the description after the video and make sure you check out all of his information, all of my information, all of Sarah's information, socials, contacts, and all that good stuff. So with that being said, welcome to the show, Andrew, the psychic firefighter. About to hose out some fires tonight. So how are you doing? Welcome. And
Thank you.
Before we get started showing some of your amazing footage, if you would like to just give us a little brief background about you and, you know, what led you up to what you're doing now.
Sure. So I am currently in Melbourne, Australia, but I am definitely not from here. My accent, I'm sure people listening are like, what's going on? So basically, I am originally from New York. I grew up in Long Island, and then later on, I lived in an area called Brighton Beach, which is just next to Coney Island. So I literally lived right next door to an amusement park in Brooklyn. And when I lived there, especially, my UFO contact started to extremely pick up, which eventually led me to meeting some people in Australia, and they asked me to come speak at a conference here, a UFO spirituality type conference called The Paradigm Shift in Surface Paradise. And I said, absolutely. So I came and spoke at that UFO conference, and I've been here in Australia ever since. And that was 7 years ago.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
And how's Australia compared to Brooklyn, you know, and Long Island, you know?
Yeah. So just picture way less people. So, you know, like New York, Jersey, there's just people, traffic everywhere. When you come here, it's just, you know, it's way down to the end, but way less people. And the weather is perfect. I mean, almost no cold winter, no snow where I am. So your car doesn't get frozen in the morning if you're trying to start it, nothing like that. That's over with. I don't wear a winter jacket, not like I used to, at least. And
no city smog in the hot summertime where you can't breathe.
Oh my God. So, and of course, you know, this is a whole nother subject, but people ask, like, how safe is it? So you're not allowed to carry, there's no guns here. So whether you like that or not, I don't really care either way. But yeah, obviously there's a lot less gun crime. So yeah, obviously it's safer overall. So whatever. But yeah, I love it. I still love New York. I still go back there. But it's where I live now. I live literally right on the beach as well. And I am having just as much, if not more, UFO contact than ever right now.
Wow.
The beach?
Yeah.
You live on a beach or by the beach?
So where I am, literally right behind me, is the beach. So when I'm posting videos saying my backyard, you know, literally, or I say on the beach, where I point the camera, the crafts they're not present when I start filming. There's nothing there. They are coming up or materializing literally from the ocean or from nowhere.
Wow.
I think from the ocean, though.
That is amazing. Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I know what you're talking about. I just actually on my birthday, I recorded one it was actually over to the bay, Delaware Bay, materializing out of nothing. And it's strange. It's strange. And you have a perfect view of it. And you and I were talking behind stage saying that, you know, with our areas, water has always really played a huge part. Yeah. And then at the same time, you have Sarah, UFO girly, all the way out in Iowa, just catching them left and right. So like, there's something going on. I don't know. There's
definitely something going on. Well, they do love water, though. They do love water.
I think
they also love me too.
Yeah, that's why.
And the rest of us, of course.
And that's what's so important is I always say to people, one of my favorite sayings is, you are the portal. So I am from New York, here, wherever I go. People are like, what's better? Where's there more contact? I'm like, wherever you go, that's where it'll be. So,
and I try to tell people that too. Wherever you go, and you are, you know, like this, and you attract these kinds of happenings and experiences, they will go with you. They show up wherever I'm at.
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter.
I've been on a few family vacations, going to Williamsburg, Virginia, other places, Tennessee. We'll be out after eating at a restaurant. We go outside, I look up, I'm pointing them out to, you know, my mother-in-law and family and stuff, you know, and they've never seen anything like it. And they look up and it's a magical moment, you know, when you get to show others, for sure. And that's what we're essentially doing, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I believe this UFO experience for myself and thousands of people I've talked to now over the years. I believe it's heavily intention based. So meaning
absolutely,
if you go out with a positive mindset, me personally, I've not had an abduction or a negative experience. I've had beautiful experiences. I've never gone out and asked for a sign or something and gotten taken. Nothing, not at all, nothing like that. So I really feel it's important to go out with a positive, open, you know, child, Zen mind, beginner mind, like a green organic type mindset, and you'll have a great experience.
It's true. It's
childlike faith is what I think you were gonna. It's what I say all the time.
It's real.
Childlike. I'm goofy.
Definitely.
I am too. And that's one of their messages. Yeah, that's definitely one of their messages that they have delivered to me before is they really want us to be childlike and not to be so serious all the time. That childlike faith. So Robert, yeah, that's very true.
And look at all of our reactions, all the Skywatchers. When you watch all of our videos, we sound like we're 5-year-olds.
Yes.
Oh, wow, it's so beautiful. You know, like, but it's just when you're in those moments, there is some sort of something going on. It's magical.
I had my daughter is 6 years old, and there's been numerous occasions now where she's with me at night walking the dog, and the craft come, and her reaction, it's like you can't tell the difference. Is that me or her? You know, when we see these things, it's like, oh wow, like, you know what I mean? And she's not afraid at all, fearless. And I'm like, wow,
so good.
That's so interesting that I've never told her what they are or aren't. I just let her be and experience what she wants to. If she asks, that's different. But her initial experience is very like positive and like, wow. And I've always, from day one, Dr. Greer, when I first learned how to do CE5, he always said, have that positive childlike mindset. And I still do. It's so important.
It's very important.
And we actually, that's one of the videos we have. We have a video where you hear his daughter, and it's really awesome. Yeah, it's cool. And so that's awesome. And how many years ago, when did you start filming with the psionics? The night vision camera.
I got a psionics in 2021. So only 4 or 5 years. Just so that's only the psionics. Yep.
Is it the black or the pro? Not that there's a difference. I mean,
I have the Aurora, the psionics Aurora.
Oh, the green one.
Yep. Oh, it's just the green.
It's the green one.
And black. Green and black. Old school. Yeah. Nice. And it still works, obviously.
So yeah, I had no idea what to get, right? So before that, I was just using my iPhone, and before that, I was using the first time I did it was like on an iPhone, and no night vision or nothing. It's horrible, you know. The footage is terrible. And then when I was in Australia, when I moved here, I didn't know anyone, so I'm like, I want to meet contactees or people, right? Let me see what's going on. And a guy was holding a Skywatch by the name of Peter Maxwell Slattery.
Oh, I love him. Oh my gosh, I love him so much.
Cool.
So I went to his Skywatch in 2019, right around there, and I met him, and he's like, "You got to get a psionics," and I'm like, "What? You know, what's that?" I didn't know, and I'm like, he's like, "It's really hard to get cameras here in Australia. They regulate them." He's like, "I had to go to America to get this. I can't even get it here." So I'm looking all over during 2019, and I'm like, I'm not going back to America yet, so I can't get it. So in like 2020, 2021, it became available, and I bought it.
Oh, what? You had to.
So I couldn't even get it. Yeah, I couldn't get it prior to. So that's why.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who would have known?
But now he has a bigger. I mean, he's got a really great camera.
Oh yeah. And when I met him, I said, "We need to go film." Because, you know, I know how this goes. If you meet somebody that's doing this and doing it like you do. So we went and we filmed a video, and then we had the footage analyzed by Jason Gleaves.
That's amazing.
And, you know, that's why when people ask me, how do you know it's real? And blah, 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 I said, I've had it analyzed by Jason Gleaves.
Peer reviewed.
I have had my footage peer reviewed. I've had it sent to Stanford University, to Gary Nolan, and all those people. Like,
incredible.
You know what I mean? Like, I am done fighting over whether it's real or not. I know it's real.
Absolutely.
I know it's real. So yeah, it's real. And it's not just me saying that, though. I've had it looked at by the professionals. So yeah, something's going on.
Something is going on.
So, you know, I don't want to tease everyone out there, all of you wonderful dolphins. I love you dolphins out there. I don't know, Australia, the water. We got dolphins. You had dolphins off of New York, dolphins, Australia. No dolphins in Iowa. Sorry,
no dolphins
UFO
in
girly.
Iowa. But I'm from California. There was dolphins.
Dolphins. So yeah, we're all dolphins today. But I don't want to tease anyone anymore, and I would love to get rocking and rolling in this. And then as we're going through these videos and we show everyone your incredible evidence, which please everyone go check out his YouTube channel, go check out his website. You know, he only sent a small portion of what he's actually recorded. There's a lot longer videos on YouTube, more in depth, amazing stuff. So definitely go subscribe, check it out, and reach out to him. But yeah, let's start rocking and rolling if that's okay with you, Andrew.
Yeah.
And just showing everyone some of the weird happenings. So
yeah, so there's a reference. That's the plane to the right, guys, and that's the
Peter.
craft in the background. I don't know, man. That's weird. It might be.
Wow, see those lights when they're all white?
Yeah, there's no normal navigation lights on it.
That's a military plane, bro.
yeah.
They're all the same coloured lights. Usually got green and red.
Yeah.
Or blue and red.
Look at that thing cooking.
Whoa.
Right there, bro. Get it.
Cooking.
Passing Sirius right.
Now,
Ooh.
it's the size of Sirius nearly.
Wow. Look how fast that is.
That's turning, man. Look at it turning.
You got that on film?
Man, that's doing a loop, like a U-turn.
All right, not bad. I was a minute off. 8:54, 55.
Oh, wow.
That's it, bro. Right there.
All right. And I just paused it right there. And I'm just going to. Is there anything you want to say about that, Andrew? There's more.
So,
yeah.
So me and Peter went. That's great. So me and Pete went to on the spot. One day we were just like, hey, let's go film something. We had never. I'm new to Australia, so I had not done this before here. So we just grabbed his cameras. I didn't even have anything yet. He had a Psionics and like a Sony camera with really good HD night vision. We go out. This was filmed in like I think 2019, 2020. Yep, this is it.
Okay.
And we went out, just the two of us, out into Warrandyte State Park on the spot and filmed everything. And we were remote viewing previously before we went there. We remote viewed times to see if craft would appear at the times we viewed. And like I said, I'm a minute off. So whatever time I said, it was like a minute after or whatever. So who knows? Was it accurate? Was it not? But we do try to remote view before we go out to see if we see things at the times.
Oh, wow. And does remote viewing, does that help you? Have you noticed a difference? Yeah, definitely.
So like anything, right? People are going to listen and go, it's not 100%. Nothing's 100%.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Nothing, science isn't. So we just went out today. Let's just give it a whirl, right? Sometimes. So a lot of times I like to do that. It's very helpful. This is something I learned from other contactees. And you see right here, you see like a military plane, something going overhead that they usually have navigation lights on them, right? Or they're big and bright. So this is to separate what's a craft to what's a plane to what's military, right? There's all sorts of things in the sky, and a well-trained eye will notice this stuff and pick up. And you see these orbs right here powering up, right? And it's absolutely fascinating. And the size of them, right? They're as big as planets. They're gigantic, these things.
Yeah, they are. They definitely are. And is this one, that last one, was that exposed or something?
Yeah. So Peter was just showing like the opposite effect. And this one, I'm walking through the Warrandyte State Park, and I'm like,
I'll go ahead and I'll
check
play.
this out. This is huge. Yeah.
Craft right here, bro. Right here in the sky.
This one's
Big
nuts.
Whoa, man.
Get that.
I've got it on here. It's behind the tree, but there it is. Man, that is massive.
It's coming, bro. It's coming. That thing, that's a fucking mothership, bro. Look at the size of that thing.
He grab this. Grab this. Grab this. I'll get the good one.
What did I ask? Show yourself.
Oh,
in the sky and on the ground in a way that's safe. That is enormous.
Big old biggin.
That is huge.
Incredible.
Yeah. Huge.
Bro, that's the biggest craft I've seen in a long time.
That
low.
sucker's huge.
It's low.
Oh, look at it.
Look at the
Oh, I
trees.
love
It's
that.
huge.
Bro, that's the biggest craft I've seen in a long time. Wow.
That is huge.
Bro, that's the biggest craft I've seen in a long time. Wow.
I mean, if it was close up, oh my God, think of how big it would be, right? Like if you were right by it.
Yes.
Oh my
And when was
God.
it taken? What year?
This was 2020.
Okay, so not
So
very
5
long
years ago.
I was going to say they actually weren't getting that big that long ago. So that's amazing. That's amazing footage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big one.
Now people are seeing them that big, but back then they weren't really.
No, I know.
seeing them
No,
as
yeah,
big.
no way. No.
Yeah,
And usually
so that's
they're
amazing.
real far away, but this was low. Like it was like, oh my God. It was right over us.
How
So, like,
exciting.
exactly. Like when you do that and you're doing CE5, I always say where I'm looking, that's where they're going to go. I'm not looking all over the place. They usually will come right where I'm looking or right above me.
So just to clarify, so the audience knows, you use CE5 every time you go out, or no?
So no, sometimes I don't use anything.
Okay.
I just walk outside. Sometimes I'll just
True.
play crop circle tones.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll get a feeling. I'll be in the house and I'm like, grab the camera. They're here.
Yes.
And I'm not even doing anything. I'm like making dinner, like
Yeah.
weird.
Yep.
I've had that happen.
Mhm.
And then, I like to play around, play Greer's meditation tones. I'll play some trance music, whatever, like any rock and roll music, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just something to stimulate you, to get you in the right vibration.
Oh, that's
like
great.
that.
That's great.
I really liked how you put it that way. It really doesn't matter what you use, as long as you're doing something to stimulate your frequency, to raise your frequency, to raise your vibration, regardless of what that may be. Wow, that's
easiest
amazing.
way to understand this. Right now, we're all at 96 FM on the radio.
Yeah.
What we're looking at, they're at 98 FM. When we meditate, we listen to trance music, we go for a run, we play the cello, we go up from 96 to 97. They are aware, they drop down, and that's when we can all see each other, and then we go back after to where we came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes people don't need anything at all, but
No.
like I say, for me, I do a daily spiritual practice, and it means meditation is one of those things.
Sure.
So I think a lot of people just have to have some kind of something.
I daily do transcendental meditation. That's what Dr. Greer taught me in 2011. That's just personally what I do. And I think by doing that too daily, that has made it get to the point where, I don't need to do it, but I still do the basics. I still like to do that.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have to do that. And it doesn't have to do that for it to appear.
Yeah. Wow.
But
That's amazing.
It's interesting. Crop circle tones and even TM or even Greer's voice, when I've played it in a circle, seems to attract them. It's interesting.
Interesting.
That is.
And I really liked what you said earlier about, how those realms, I've tried to explain it in that way, that these dimensional bleed throughs, as I call them, if we go up enough and they come a smidge it down, there's that frequency, that radio change, that, that shift where they bleed in. And like you said, you've recorded these things literally materializing,
Yes.
So, I mean, that sounds very dimensional to me. So I'm going to let it keep on going, and we can go into the next video, because this definitely isn't the only thing you've captured.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, look at the field around it.
Yeah,
Right,
that's incredible.
right, exactly. The energy source, right? Think of that energy source. That's incredible. That's not being powered by jet fuel.
That's not.
No.
Definitely not. Look at that. Come on.
That's not incredible. Headlights.
No, definitely not. It's coming from right above us in the sky. It's not a helicopter. It was so low, same thing. Helicopter would have lights on it, sound. This is nothing. And there's usually, when you start, there's nothing there, nothing. And then you'll see videos later, there's nothing. And then something just appears. So where's it even starting, right? It's amazing. Yep. This is just like an orb flying around. Yeah,
I saw that it shoots straight up.
Yep. When you do this stuff too, all sorts of strange things will happen, right? Always around you in the sky. So if you have cameras, keep them around you too. I like to set them up in the circle, because you'll see things running around, moving in the circle, orbs, balls of light, ETs. They don't always appear and look physical, or like what you would think a gray ET would look like. Sometimes it's just an energetic source, And why? People ask me, why don't they just appear in their natural state? My understanding from what they've told me and downloads I've had is, if they took their natural state, if they were in their flesh and blood, the toxins in the air and the environment on Earth would kill them. Just like us going to Mars, we can't just go walk around Mars. You need a spacesuit. Same thing with them coming here.
And it takes a lot of energy. We're dense down here, so it takes a lot of energy for them to come in the physical. Now, when I saw my gray, he was transparent, like
right. Exactly.
solid up here and then transparent, like at the bottom.
Yep.
So
People,
yeah.
people want that photo of the gray and flesh and blood, and I'm like, do you understand what that would take for them to actually do? And
A
then
lot.
they're probably going to get caught because of the systems they have to detect these things. And then you and them are going to be in a world of shit. You know, you got to be careful, you know, you got to be real
Yeah.
careful with that.
And I heard the physical grays are really, really stinky. So you don't want to be around them anyway.
I've heard that.
I have heard that. I didn't smell anything, but maybe
Yeah.
it's because he was half
Dimensional.
physical, half.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he was just a hologram. I don't know for sure.
I knew one guy that was a Navy officer, and he's the only person I believe. He said he went off planet. He was in a space program, blah, blah, blah. Why? He opened his shirt and he has a scar down his chest. And he said that he had to get cut open and they had to retrofit a breathing device for him to go off planet, because that's the only way that you can go breathe there.
Wow.
I've never seen that with a
That's
contactee.
incredible.
Never seen that. I've seen
Yeah,
the scar on the guy. I'm like, and
I've
he's
heard that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, this guy was a well-decorated, no joke Navy officer. I know guys that went with him to Navy officer parties. This
That's
is no
wild.
joke. That's the only person I know. Everyone else has a story, but this guy has the scarring too. I'm like, oh my God, they had to retrofit
That's
you.
crazy.
Yeah, I've never even heard of
Yeah.
that, retrofitting someone. But
That
I have
that's
heard that,
very
and like
useful.
the space suits, the actual space suits that the Greys give you,
Yes. Yep.
have that capability where I don't know what the technology is, but they have the technology to make sure that your frequency stays aligned with, and your breathing stays aligned with theirs, which is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because if you don't, your lungs will collapse. My mom was a contactee. She was in the hybrid program, blah, blah, blah. 25 years old, 5'9", skinny, healthy woman. Her lung collapsed, like diver's lung. It's from them taking her up. And that's in this atmosphere.
Yeah.
They weren't
Right.
going off to their other planet. They were just
Exactly.
doing what they were doing, like somewhere up in our skies, and it still messed her up. So yeah, imagine going, somewhere. Man, that's crazy. Thank
And
you
they
for
can-
sharing that.
Yeah, thank you. And they couldn't find any kind of anything for her collapsed lung, right?
No reason behind
No
it.
reason is what I'm trying to say.
No
Yeah.
family history of it or anything. It was just sudden. But yeah, this next one, Andrew, this is a big old biggin, ain't it? This is a bright one.
Yeah.
Look.
Same thing. Massive right above my house. Yeah.
I had to mute this one because of the
Wow.
music, but the words are there. Good.
Incredible.
All right, that was a short one.
Check out this massive UFO powering up right there. Look how bright this object gets. This is how a UFO signals back and says up right there. Look how bright.
Oh, I want to watch it again. Hold on.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Check out this massive UFO powering up right there. Look how bright this object gets.
Boom.
This is how a UFO signals back. Massive UFO powering up right there. Look
Just
how
to power
bright this
up on the
object gets.
replay.
This is how a UFO signals back and says hello.
That's exactly what they do.
Oh, here's one. Wow, short ones, but that's good. That's good. All right. So here we go. Oh yeah, that was the first little rat. We have a lot more to go through. That was the main one.
It was hard to pick. I'm like,
Oh, it
At
is.
first, I'm like, 15 videos, man. And then I'm looking and I'm like, oh my God, I have a tremendous amount. Geez, from what era, what year, But yeah, this is how it goes. And if you're out there and you're filming and you're using your phone, oh man, the phones are way better nowadays. Oh,
Yes.
significantly better.
Some people catch some great things.
Definitely. So now there's no excuse, right? Like you got an iPhone. Everyone does. If you see something, film it. Why not? It's worth a shot, and this is all part of the learning process. Sometimes you're going to film things and they're not what you think. It's good to get satellite charts, star charts, all that stuff. is excellent to have, but doing this and seeing this and experiencing it, the feel that I get, the feeling that I get internally, I will know that's a craft. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to
Mhm.
explain, but I just know I could feel it. Like, that's a craft. The feeling of it, I get a weird feeling. It'll usually like a buildup, something coming before the craft physically appears. You guys ever get that?
Oh, absolutely. And that's actually one of the questions I was going to ask you. Like, do you get any kind of feeling or emotion when, or messages even? Because I know I get messages sometimes. It definitely
Sure.
lots of feelings.
Yeah. So it's interesting, right? For years, right, I learned how to do this in 2011. At the same time, right around then, my grandmother passed away. And
Mm.
and a psychic said to me, ask for a sign. That's all he said. So one night when I was outside, I go, give me a sign. Now, he didn't say to do it outside. He just said, ask for a sign. I chose to do it outside, and a craft came.
Oh,
So I was
wow.
like, wait,
Hmm.
Graham, give me a sign. If you understand, if you could sense I'm here, I want to know you're here. Can you hear me? And just like we're watching in the video, something like that appeared. Well, I kept doing this regularly, and they kept coming. So I'm like, wait, is it possible that the UFOs or the occupants on board, or some of the people on board, possibly are loved ones, or are they all coming together from wherever that reality is? And I do believe, yes, they
Hmm.
are.
I believe that as well. They have told me, it's all the same. It is all the same.
Yep.
Like the paranormal, the angelics, all of it
And going
is,
back to
yeah.
native cultures, when we
Hmm.
say our
Yes.
ancestors, we
Right.
mean, they like,
Yes.
I've been to my tribe's sites and stuff, petroglyphs that the world hasn't seen yet, up near Vermont and stuff. I'm Abenaki Native American, and when I went there to do a film on the what I was told, I had to call them great spirits. That was the rule. They don't look like great spirits. They look like ant people, grays with antennas. But in the video I made, to be respectful of my ancestors, we called them great spirits. So it's
Wow.
this connection with native cultures all around the world, even the Aboriginals in
Yes.
Australia. They have
Hmm.
these same beliefs. And,
Hmm.
maybe the ancient native people were more in tune with this, you
Oh,
know?
absolutely. They call them star people. That's pretty much what they call them.
Yeah. And Andrew, I loved what you said about encouraging people to go out there with whatever they have, record the skies. That's the whole purpose of We Are the Disclosure. That's this entire
Yes.
community. We just
Yes.
want people looking up. And every single week, I say it all the time, there's no such thing as bad data. Whether people are recording airplanes, satellites, natural anomalies, clouds, the sun, pieces of dust, mist flying through the air, whatever, UFOs, other strange anomalies, it doesn't matter. The fact that they're going outside and looking up is way better than looking down on their phones or playing with technology. I don't care what people are recording. If you're going outside, you're spending time in nature and you're looking up, someday you're going to record something that's not a plane, a satellite,
Mhm.
it's going to happen, and then that individual will know for themselves. It's all a personal journey, and just go at it. I try not hard. Like, we were kind of talking about this, when you see a friend or someone and they post up a video, it's like a 727, and you're like, and they're like, it's a UFO. And, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything.
You're just gonna like it and move
I,
on.
I just like the video and I scoot along, because I don't want to disencourage people. Like you were saying, I don't
Yeah.
want to put someone down and then they get butt hurt and then they say, I'm done with this. Everyone's calling it a plane. And then they never skywatch again. Think about everything they're going to miss. So I rather
Hmm.
just keep my mouth shut and just wait for them to start experiencing what we're all experiencing.
I will say that if people send me a video and it's a plane, I will tell them it's a plane.
Oh,
or a
you're
star.
heartless.
Or a star. I will.
Heartless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell them.
Brutal.
It's
They have to learn.
it's tough because when I first got into this, I said I do not want to be online fighting about videos and pictures. Like that's just, oh my God, this is the experience when you're there seeing this is beyond any photo or video of. Forget about all, put them to the side. When you're there seeing this, you don't want to take your eyes off it. I don't want to have a camera in my hand. I want to just be
It's
there.
true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Because it's, oh my God, you know? Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I
This is
thought
amazing.
perfect
This is
segue.
amazing.
I'm gonna turn on the volume. Hold on. I just thought it. Look
Yep.
at that.
Absolutely amazing. Love it.
Wow.
It reminds me of the
Yellowish.
ones I see. Like
Yellowish
golden,
green. Oh, just changed.
pink.
Look
I
at
don't
that.
know.
3. One coming from the
Wow.
bottom.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
it's moving.
Yep,
1,
they're
2, 3,
moving.
4, 5.
Incredible.
Slowly getting brighter, powering up, and then turning down, and then they're gone.
They're all moving.
Yeah, and they're all moving too. So people are like, oh, is that a flare? Or like, dude, I've been doing this.
No.
Yeah, no, flares don't do
Flares
that.
don't
Like,
go side
they
to
don't do
side.
that.
Flares
No,
go
no.
up and down.
Exactly. Yeah, like, and look how bright they get. Like, oh my
Wow.
God.
Wait. We gotta watch that again.
Yeah. So that's
'Cause-
right in my backyard. Boom, right there, right above the ocean.
It's
Wow.
just like the ones I record. I don't know if you look at my stories, but all of them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's just like that.
And then one's gonna come up from the bottom. Boom, an
Look
extra
at
one.
that.
See?
3.
Just material.
Absolutely
One coming from the
amazing.
bottom.
And
Wow.
that's
Right
on
there,
the
boom.
horizon.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
Beautiful.
Wow.
I always ask when I do this, give me something odd, unique,
Yes.
different. You
Yep.
know?
Mm-hmm. I do too.
And Sarah, that's a drive-by.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
That's what we call
Those
them,
are-
Andrew.
Those are drive-bys.
Yeah.
They drive by, power up, say hello, and then they move on.
Yeah,
You know?
we've noticed
Yeah.
some in these clusters where
Mhm.
they're kind of stacked. They're not like
Yeah.
Starlink perfect line formation. They're
No.
like in a stacked cluster, and each
Right.
one kind of one by one does their powering
Yeah.
up thing. And then you'll see like 10 of them all at once, and then
Mhm.
crickets. Nothing afterwards.
Interesting. It's so for me, right? Whatever time is amazing. You go out, I notice the later at night, the better, because there's no one out.
Right.
So it's interesting when I really get into this journey, like 24/7, when I made the commitment. So I
Yeah.
moved to Australia and I said, I'm going all in on this. Why? Why did I choose at 2020 or whatever to go right in? Because I knew we were going to be at this point in reality, like where we are, where we're talking about this openly. This wasn't like this 10 years ago. It wasn't like it 15 years ago. We know that, where people are sharing videos nonstop and orbs. But I knew at this point, this is it. So I made that commitment. So whatever time I would go out, 3 a.m, midnight, this right here, this is at 8 o'clock at night.
Yep.
This is not at like 3 a.m. This is like, boom, right at 8 at night. Sometimes at 9:30 at night, same thing. It's whenever I go, they're just there.
When the time change, for me, it's the time change. They'll come earlier, according to the seasons.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So
Mhm.
that too. Like we have daylight savings, so sometimes it's slightly off an hour or whatever direction it's
Right.
going in. But the main thing is whenever I'm going out there, it's happening. So
Yeah.
I'm a little
Mhm.
older. I'm 45. So like it's funny. I'll
Don't
joke
say
sometimes.
that. You're a little older.
Well, I just mean yeah, right. Well, I'm not
I'm
20. I'm not 30,
43.
but I'm 40. I'm 45. So
That's not old.
I'll joke with my wife sometimes because being a dad, having
Mhm.
kids, you're tired at the end of the day. You're working,
Absolutely.
and sometimes I'm like, I don't have time to sit outside waiting for an hour. Just please get here already. You know what I mean? Like show
Mhm.
up. So, but literally,
True.
as soon as I'm out on the deck, I'm not waiting an hour. And literally, it's like instantaneous. They come, I get a couple like, oh my God, 10, 20 minutes around. I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to sit out of it 10 hours
Yeah.
tonight
Yep.
because, oh my God, I just got my money's worth in like 10 minutes. It's amazing. It wasn't like
is.
that when I started on the journey. I
Mhm.
used to sit outside at night. I'm trying to sort it out and look all over. And now I just look in one spot. I look right there, and in that one spot, or where I'm walking my dog at night, for whatever reason, where I walk my dog, oh my God, they'll come right to where I'm walking my
Dude.
dog. I
Yeah.
walk my dog in the same spot every night.
Dude,
Amazing.
the
Yep.
synchronicity.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the dogs, Sarah. Think
It is.
about how many guests
Yes.
the daytime UFOs I recorded. I was out taking my dog. Some of the best UFOs I've ever captured was taking my dog outside to go poop.
Yeah.
While I'm smoking a cigarette, out of all things. Sarah has a dog. Same
With
thing
me
for
all
her.
the time.
Our
yeah.
previous guest talked about
Yep.
taking their animals out. I don't know. Maybe everyone should be skywatching with their pets.
I don't
So
know. Who knows?
the dogs and this is amazing. It's a great topic. So dogs and cats, just like other animals, right? They're not talking, they're not speaking. So the other senses are greatly heightened. And even that ESP, think about it, if we didn't talk, we would have to telepathically talk more. You know what I mean? Communicate through our brains, because you can't speak, can't express. The animals are always doing that. So when they go out, I believe the others, the ETs, whatever, our brothers and sisters, the star people,
Mhm.
they're fully aware. And like I had a death in the family, and I remember taking my dog out, and a pink UFO appears. There's a video of it. A pink ball of light. Pink. Oh my God, it's stunning. I sent it to you guys. This pink ball of light comes and glides across the sky. It made it to a TV show here too. Pink though. I've never seen
Yeah,
pink
that's
UFO.
incredible.
Pink.
Angel Watcher
Unbelievable.
209 has a bunch of pink ones.
Yeah. So it will, like, when you, and people listening, they know this. When you're going through something, when you lose somebody, when you're going through something,
Mhm.
the phenomena will react accordingly.
Yes, yes,
And-
they will. And that's so important to say.
And Sarah, that big pink orb I caught
Mhm.
traveling
Yes, you too.
right around
yeah.
the time my grandmom died.
It's true.
Remember
It's true.
that
yes.
massive pink one I got?
Yes.
I was like, it's pink. It's so pink. I've
I
never
love
seen
that.
anything so pink. I kept on
Mhm.
screaming pink.
We
Yeah.
call the pink orb, and this goes back to Dr. Greer. So Dr. Greer had a partner, Sherry Adamak, who was his original sea study partner, who supposedly was given cancer and died from it, from the evil forces out there. Well,
Mhm.
after she died, she had made a commitment with Greer that after she passed, she would come through, and her craft is pink, and it's called
Oh
kindness.
my gosh. Oh.
So I don't know. I can't tell you for sure. What I'm seeing is that kindness. However, I
Right.
know 1,000%, because meaning I can't prove that to you. I believe it is, but I know for sure when somebody passes with me, with friends, a lot of us see a pink craft or a
That's
pink orb.
incredible. And that makes
Yeah.
sense, Robert, doesn't it? It makes a lot of
Yes.
sense.
Yes.
Of one I've seen it, and I've
Yeah.
never seen one.
Exactly.
I mean, I was freaking out. I've recorded so many different color
Yeah.
orbs.
Pink.
Never.
That's
And
incredible.
it wasn't a little
That's
pink.
a good theory.
It was
yeah.
a
Massive.
big old pink.
hmm
I think that
Yeah.
they are loved ones.
I like that a
and
lot.
they're responding. So that's more proof, I believe. A lady who was a human, Sherry, she passed, died tragically, is on the other side. And we know when I was with Greer, that craft appeared. And even after, I've seen this craft with my own eyes. I have it on video, this pink, giant, massive ball. And it comes related to loss. I mean, that's incredible. I mean,
Yep.
imagine we went to church right now. We walked into a Catholic church or whatever. We walked in and we're praying, we're reading in the Bible, and Jesus appeared.
Oh,
Imagine.
Yeah.
I would love it so
oh my
much.
God, that'd be so amazing. And you'd be reading about it everywhere. It doesn't happen, but I know when I'm grieving or going through something, there's craft coming and I'm able to film it, and it's pink. So I don't care what people say.
Yes.
For me, it's very healing.
Yes, yes, for a lot of us, it's very healing. Absolutely. And I think the people, the naysayers or whatever, they just have to have an experience. Once they have that experience, it'll change their lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it has
Absolutely.
changed the rest of us.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, I agree. So here we got one right here.
Powering down. Wow.
Power down. Yeah, and Andrew, that's the good old power down.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
And
hate when they do that.
yeah, so you see the evolution too. If you look at my older videos, a lot of things overhead powering nice and bright, staying. Now, for whatever reason, and it wasn't like this years ago that I got them on video. Now I'm getting them on video where nothing to something powering up and then gone. So even my footage is evolving. It's not the same stuff. It's very interesting. Yeah, very interesting how it changes. I think their technology, just like as we get smarter, well, so do they. They evolve.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
same
definitely.
thing. And probably at a much faster rate,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Way faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said you started having these experiences in 2020, right?
So I started filming them
Oh,
in,
okay.
in 2020. The
2020.
first, so in 1999, I was in the U.S. Coast Guard, and I saw two orbs, basically, to keep it really short. I was a night watchman on a boat. I saw two orbs that came together after seeing them for about 10, 15 minutes. They were staggered one after the other. Then they came together, and when they came together, they merged and vanished.
Wow.
That was in 1999. No footage. I didn't have a camera. I wasn't doing CE5. I didn't even know about it.
Well, that was for
19
you. That's why.
Yeah, it was 99, but I had 20 witnesses on the boat. We all saw it.
Okay, it was for
Everyone.
all of you.
So we were all, yeah. However,
Mhm.
I was the first one to see it. I was the only night watchman that spotted it. So I have a feeling it was initially, however, I
For
saw it,
you.
and then there were other people on the boat that saw it that even after they had sightings. Now, most of them are still
Wow.
in the Coast Guard, so they're not. That's why people are like, where are the witnesses? I'm like, they're not coming forward, bro, and I don't want them to. Don't
No.
ruin your life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Get your pension, do whatever. But I saw it, and then 2 years later, in 2001, I heard a Greer, and I'm like, oh wait, he can like summon these things. So I got money together, and 10 years later, in 2011, I flew to the desert and met Greer, learned CE5. So from 2011 till now, that's when I've had the bulk of this contact.
Wow. Okay.
2020. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's when I
15
got
years
in,
now, basically, of doing CE5.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Andrew, I got into this community 2020 when I found my UFO crash evidence. And the UFO crash happened. It's interesting you were in the Coast Guard. When you said that, I got like a ding, 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 ding that went off. But my family's UFO crash happened April 21st, 1991. And the Gloucester County Coast Guard was actually the ones patrolling the crash site. They had black tarps out over the marsh. They turned my cousin, that was the fire chief. They had the whole situation under control. They were actually managing it because the Coast Guard protected the nuclear plant, the Hope Creek nuclear plant. At that time, during that time, Gloucester County was patrolling that, and anything that would go down or fly within that no-fly zone, the Coast Guard, Dover Air Force Base would pick it up on their radar, etc. But the Coast Guard were involved, and as you said, those people are never going to come forward because a lot of people don't think of the Coast Guard as being a big front runner for UFO crash retrievals.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
news for you. Yes, they are. And it's something no one talks about. It's always Air Force, always Air Force. No, it's not. So as someone, I know this is a little off topic, but as someone that was in the Coast Guard, what are your thoughts on that?
So it's amazing. You're the first person in all these years. I've done tons of interviews. Nobody's picked up on that. So number one, think about it. We patrol the coast and the Gulf. That's where all these things, a ton of them are in the water. And when they fall or crash or shot down, great job. We are involved with crash retrieval. Now, if nobody has, because no one ever picked this up, no one's ever even asked me, have you ever done a crash retrieval? Now, if I had, I couldn't tell you. First of all, because that's classified, would be classified.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
national security.
So what's that mean?
So if something came down and the Coast Guard does, we know this because people have come forward, broke their NDAs. I don't recommend doing that. You can be executed for that. I will not do that. If I was involved with that, we were in the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean, doing all sorts of things. Migrants, drug and addiction, that's the things they publicly say. They don't talk about this side, though. You do retrieve all sorts of things. All sorts of things. Test experiments, things
from
that
other countries.
Other countries, other militaries, our military, things we just don't know. Sometimes, kilos of drugs are floating around. Like, it happens. We don't know why or what's bringing it here. Sometimes you think it's a UFO, but it's actually not. It's actually transporting something. That's the first thing. So sometimes it's disguised as a craft or a ship that looks something foreign, but it's actually not. It just disguises that there's actually something else inside. But when it breaks down or is shot down, we go and retrieve it. Now, if that does happen, we would be briefed. Okay, they would have somebody come on board and brief us as to what happened, and we cannot reveal obviously what happened because of national security.
Yeah.
So you're the first person though that's ever picked up on that. The event I told you about, what I saw in the sky though, I was never briefed. I was never told don't talk about it. So I'm not an idiot. If someone in my military career ever said, you cannot talk about this, you have an NDA, or I would never mention it. You'd be an idiot too, because they could execute you or put you in jail. Why would you do that? Don't do that.
Exactly.
But,
and thank you for sharing that. But I just heard it, and like, I guess every now and then my little abilities. I'm no psychic or anything, but I do have weird little things.
Everyone has intuitiveness. Everybody. Yeah.
So with that, right, this is something I learned through this journey, right? All these traumas and dramas and crazy things that we go through in life, they put these filters on us that block that natural ability. Then you go get a job like I did as a fireman, being around guys and dudes that don't talk about this stuff, right? That's whatever. It was taboo when I got on and blah, 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 blah. Now it's a little different. When I got on, they don't talk about that. So it further feeds these filters. Then you have an experience of something you can't be pulled away from. And you go, oh my God, I know the truth. Once a pickle, always a pickle. You can't go back to being a cucumber. That's it. You know the truth now.
That's it.
So there was no return. There's no return once you know.
There isn't.
So, but once you break down these filters, how do you do that? Meditation or an out-of-body experience, NDE, psychic contact. There's many different modalities, but you can break these filters. You can remove them.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And there was a lot of times in my life, Andrew, that, I wish I could go back. And those begin for anyone out there that may just be coming to your awakening right now and going through your spiritual journey or dark night of the soul. Just know that, like I was saying, there was times where I wish I could go back because it can be so isolating. You can feel so alone, and you can't make yourself unlearn what you've already seen, what you felt, what you've physically touched. You can't go back from that. So, but I want to encourage people. It does get easier with time.
It does.
It does become easier, and it won't feel like that forever. So
absolutely
hang in there. You're not alone. We've all been through it.
Yeah. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah.
When any wave is coming in, right? The wave's coming in from out in the ocean, just before it hits shore, it pulls all the crap, all the junk, all the bottles, all the dirty needles, everything back out. And then boom, it breaks. And then, oh my God, it's beautiful, right? So that's like this process, right? When you're right at the end, everything's going to come up. It's going to seem crazy, but it'll break, it'll get pulled out, and then you could experience this beauty. So just hang in there.
That's great. So, thank you.
Oh man, we got somebody awesome. I want to get to the video of his daughter and him. I want to get to the video of the big orb. But thank you so much for sharing that. And sometime privately, we'll catch up and talk about all that good stuff. But here we go. That's water.
Yep. That's the beach right there.
I see the reflection of the craft coming off the water.
Yeah, amazing.
Holy smokes.
Oh, wow.
That's how bright it is.
There, and it's gone.
Oh.
Look at those.
Yep, look at that.
Oh.
Look at the water. Look at the reflection.
Oh my gosh.
It looks like a little moon.
Yep.
It does. So that means you're close enough.
Exactly. You can see it on the water. Exactly. That's how low.
Reflect on the water.
Oh, this is amazing.
You don't see all the other stars' reflection in the water.
Just right. Look at everything else. Only that. Yeah. That's how low and bright it is.
Yes.
And you know how bright stars are.
Yeah. We gotta watch that again.
This is amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
So low, so bright.
And they just come out of nowhere. is what
There was
happens.
nothing
They
there.
just, yeah.
There's nothing there. Yeah. And boom.
Oh my
And
goodness.
even look at the reflection. It's weird how like the reflection where it starts.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Wow.
That was when I was walking my dog.
And look, the reflection is gone.
Right.
dog.
Exactly. So it's
No
not
one can
that.
blame it on the moon or anything like that.
And hold on,
And
mad
right there,
respect
boom.
to you because I've tried to record UFOs while I'm holding my dog on a leash. Is your
Oh, man,
dog
she's
on a
awesome.
leash?
Yeah. She's
It's-
a
I
husky
can't do it
too,
either.
man.
I
She's
can't do it
crazy.
either.
It's
Yeah.
hard.
Oh, mine pulls me everywhere. No, I can't do it.
She's big, you know.
A
She's
lot
big
of
and
my old
old.
UFO videos, I would be recording a UFO and you see the
Oh, yeah.
camera jerk like that. And yeah, but you did that with a dog in your hand. That's impressive, bro.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
impressive.
in one hand and the camera in the other, and she's pulling to leave. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
My hat's
No,
off to
no.
you, man. That's
Well,
incredible.
the
All right.
psionics has a built-in stabilizer, so thank God, because otherwise it would be all shaky, you know.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I get pretty shaky with my psionics. I don't know.
It
My
happens.
stabilizer
It
broke.
happens.
I use a tripod. I hold
Oh,
a
that's the best.
tripod up in the air. All right, here's another one. Let's get this one. UFO says hi. Slow motion.
Yeah, this is just slow to just show, you know, same thing, nothing.
Yep, to
to-
say
Oh,
hello.
It's a flasher, the quick ones. Boom.
Yeah.
Wow. Nothing there before, nothing
See?
there
Yep, see that
after.
coming down? That is so
Yeah.
fast. I had to show it in slow motion how fast it came down.
Wow.
It zipped down. A lot of times I'll get streakers or things that boom coming
Yeah.
so fast, and got to slow it down because it's just too fast for the human eye.
Yeah, with the slow mo, you actually get to see the little trail behind it.
Exactly.
Too,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
Wow. It's awesome. What's this one? Oh, each one's.
See how big that is?
Whoa.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Daddy, can I see?
Look at the size
Oh,
of
your
that.
daughter.
That's my daughter.
Wow.
Daddy, can I see? Daddy, can you please give me that? Daddy, give me that.
On.
Oh, that's so cute.
It is.
We gotta
Very-
watch
she
it
said,
again.
Can I see? Can I see?
Oh,
Look at that.
She wants the
Brooklyn.
camera, you know?
Wow.
That is
Brooklyn, look at that.
beautiful.
Straight ahead.
Yeah, I can see it.
See how big that is? Oh my god.
Daddy, can I see?
Look at the size of that. Wow.
Daddy, can I see? Daddy, can you please give me that?
oh.
Daddy, give me that.
On.
Yeah, so right there, we'll just keep it playing, but that is so adorable. Daddy, can I
Mhm.
see? Daddy, can I see? Daddy, can I see? You know, that's amazing. You know, a few of our
is.
guests,
Yes.
the girl from the stars, you
Mhm.
know, her watching Skywatching with her children and stuff. And Andrew, you know, I think that's so awesome that you do that with your daughter. And is there anything, have you ever learned anything from your daughter when it comes to this
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, the first time she saw something and we got it on camera, she was like, you know, like 1.5. I mean amazing,
1.5?
right?
Oh my goodness.
She's like, wow, look at the light. Like, oh my
No
God.
way.
And it reminded me of the first time I made contact, how I felt in that raw organic state. And if everyone did
Yes.
this, no matter what
Mhm.
background you're from, if everyone went outside with their children and just looked at the stars or, you know, tapped into who we really are, think about what we could do and accomplish, you know, instead of, you know, there's
Absolutely.
nothing wrong with watching movies and doing all that stuff, but just take an hour, take a
Absolutely.
half hour, go outside and, oh my God, just turn all that crap off and just sit and,
Mhm.
wow, think about I didn't do this stuff till, you know, I was way later in the game, way years down the road. Oh my God, if I was 5 years old doing this, oh my God, who knows what could have happened, right? So
Absolutely. Yep. And I think that's just a lot of people are doing that now, involving their
Yep.
kids. And I think that's just to show what's going to be happening in the future. you know. We're
Yeah.
going to have more experiences. We're getting them used to it more, you know. And my youngest daughter, she was with me when I saw some of my first big sightings. And,
Wow.
you know, if she wasn't, I would have thought I was nuts, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they respond to my children too, even though they're teenagers and they want nothing to do with it right now.
Well, I think when they're that age, right, they're very impressionable. So whatever you do,
Mhm.
right, they're going to be interested in. So think about it as being a parent. If you're doing something you shouldn't be, your kid's going to pick up on that. But this is no negative side effect. There's no hangover from this. That's going to,
No.
hurt you or harm you. I mean,
Yes.
oh my God, only good can come from that. That's,
That's right.
great thing.
And a
Mhm.
great point when you said when she was like 1.5 years old, and when a kid's that little, they can barely even understand what stars are. It's just not
Yeah.
something they notice. So
Yeah.
for a 1.5-year-old to notice a light, a faint light that most average people can't even notice, and
Exactly.
just thinking it's a star, like, man,
Right.
you got a special. You better keep an eye on her. You got a
Yeah.
special one there. You're gonna have your hands full, bub.
It's something
Yeah.
that I think that, right, you're either drawn to or not, right, or whatever, and for whatever reason, right, she's drawn to it, so that's what it was meant to be. It just is what it
Yeah.
is.
Hey,
So
she's your daughter.
she may have some do you think that you've seen some psychic ness in her, some abilities in her?
Yeah, definitely. And my wife is a children's therapist, and she sees
Wow.
a lot of the patients that she has, the young kids, are star kids, indigo kids.
That's beautiful.
Because they can't go to a regular
Mhm.
doctor or therapist. They probably send them to a psych ward because that's nuts. It's
Yep.
different now. So
It
she's
is.
the one they go, they're like, oh, go see Jess. So because why? My wife's a contactee as well. So you get it,
Oh,
you
wow.
get it. Yeah,
That's
I can't
amazing.
I can't imagine talking with this to even a therapist that doesn't understand. Oh my God, you must
Right.
sound nuts. But if you've seen contact, I have enough friends that are psychiatrists and psychologists that I've had contact with. Oh, that's so refreshing.
Yeah,
It is. Times
that's
are changing.
That's good to
Times.
hear. Yeah,
Mhm.
that gives me hope a little bit because
Yes.
Yep.
yeah, because unfortunately, because of that, people keep it in. It haunts them. Then
Yep.
they want to turn it off. So they abuse drugs,
Mhm.
whatever, alcohol. That was my thing.
That was
And,
Yeah,
mine.
sure.
and it just leads you down a dark path because who we are isn't accepted.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, they put me on the Ritalin,
Mhm.
hyperactive. It's not my fault. I can think faster than a normal human being.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. That's called evolution, baby.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is.
it's not a problem, but the teachers couldn't keep up with me. I'm too fast. I'm sorry. Here, take this
Well,
pill, turn into a robot. It's sad.
the more ADHD you are, the higher the frequency you have. It
Yeah.
is. It's just facts.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And it's getting so misinterpreted in children, and they're putting them on this medicine to quiet them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really nice to hear, there are people giving therapy and actually helping
is
these
very.
people through these. It's amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
here's another one. Now, are those the tones?
Yeah, that's some of the tones I play when I make contact. As you see, coming from nowhere, and even below there's one. It's just popping in and out.
Oh, I love those tones. That
Oh,
gave me the goosebumps.
Yep.
Yeah, let's
That's a
play
great
it one
one.
more time. It's pretty.
It's very, yeah, I love it.
888 hertz.
Yep,
Yep, 888. Yep.
love that.
That one just seems still.
Yeah.
That one really didn't move at all. That's weird. The
I'm
other
gonna-
ones
yeah.
are blowing up and scooting
Yeah.
a little bit. That one was
Mhm.
pinpoint.
I'm gonna
Huh.
have to look those tones up because that really gave me like it gave
Oh,
me
yeah.
some remembrance. I'm not gonna say of what because it's gonna make me sound crazy, but no, I'm just gonna say it. It reminded me of my home planet on It's a Star, Vega.
Mhm.
It remembered, I mean, it just brought back memories for
Yep.
some reason. That's amazing.
It's a very high
Wow.
vibration. The 88 is a very
Mhm.
high vibration tone.
I really like that.
Yeah. It's really peaceful. I could see
Mhm.
how you could just stay out there and, do that.
I like that tone.
Here's another one.
This is during the day.
Oh, wow.
Here
That's a
we
daytime
go.
shot. One of my first shots ever. That's Dr. Greer talking in a meditation in the background.
As we hear the sounds around us, the sensations, perception of our thoughts,
Oh, another one.
our bodies, ourselves. Behold how the awake mind, the pure consciousness,
Another one?
is never changing.
Where?
But only the perceptions that change. Thoughts that come and go.
Yeah, there's a couple. That's one of my first shots ever with the camera. During the day, usually at night it's easier, but I was setting up before the sun went down and I'm like, let me just see. And I'm like, oh, wow. Because I'm not normally out during the day, but one came and as I was just getting set up before the nighttime and boom, right there. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
day, night, it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Whatever's. People always ask me, where are the day shots? I'm like, I'm working during the day, man. I just don't have time, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you can do it. Yeah. I mean, I got a couple of them out there, but mostly night. I like how they look at night too. It's amazing.
And
Yes.
it's really hard to notice UFOs in the daylight. Like I have blue eyes, very sensitive to sunlight.
Yeah.
And I've
yeah.
recorded a few daytime, like just a few weeks ago, I recorded these
Mhm.
4 black spheres that were like orange orbs that turned into these black spheres. But that was right. It wasn't quite dark yet, but daytime, man, I can barely see a plane flying through the air with that sun shining it. It's hard. It's not easy for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And here's one. Oh,
Powering down. Wow.
another power down. And earlier when you were talking about the pink orb.
Yeah. That the video's 21 seconds. Pink. Oh my God. It's pink and it's just gliding. Right, same thing. Low. It's low to the ground. It's right in my backyard of where I used to live, right there. Low. Oh my God. Right on the beach, just gliding. It says it's sent. Yep, it's sent. It just got sent. So whatever.
Okay,
you can look
perfect.
at it.
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
my God,
yeah.
but that's pink. That is pink because I had one, a beautiful one, stationary that made it to a TV show, and everyone's like, "Oh, but it's a spot." Blah, 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 blah. I said, "No, there's also the pink one moving." It didn't get in the show for whatever reason, but I shared that after, like, no one could say anything. It's pink. It's moving though, right across the sky, low. Same thing. Oh my God, so low. For
Oh,
whatever
that's
reason,
awesome.
recently, years ago, I don't know, maybe because in New York. Right, the area lived in Coney Island. It's possible, right, that because of the military presence or whatever, they just can't come low. Whatever for here, for
Mhm.
whatever reason, they're coming low, and thank God so far I haven't gotten any knocks on the door.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I wouldn't care anyway.
They're
Go
knocking
outside,
like,
I'll show you, bro.
who's the one bringing these UFOs
Yeah, everyone's like,
or summoning the UFOs? Who is it?
there's a guy that wants to come and film a famous journalist here. He wants to come. I said, bro, come any night you want. You want to get a camera crew. I said, bro, you don't need one. Just come take my psionics. We don't just get it on camera. It's here. Before, you get too much attention. You don't want that. You want to film. I don't want to deal with any idiots in the media. I almost got
Right.
set up, just so you guys know. in a CE5 group in Victoria, CE5 Victoria. Someone went on there and said, hey, we're going to film a TV show. We want contactees to come. Someone forwards it to me. They said, hey, Andrew, we want you to host the show. I go, okay, what are we doing? CE5. I said, oh, okay. Then the next day, they're like, yeah, you're going to be doing the show with a host. I said, a host? Who's the host? The host was a professional comedian. I said, no way. Not happening, bro. Not happening. He's going to make fun of us. No, not going to do that. I declined. They went ahead and did it. They put it on mainstream TV here. They did a couple minutes CE5 and they edited in laughing.
Oh, yeah.
They made a mockery out of it. Thank God. I had a feeling internally. Nah, bro, I didn't do it. They did, and they made a joke. Oh my God. They're like, we have, 8 million followers, but I'm like, I don't care. I don't want laughing edited in. Screw you. You lied to me too and said you wouldn't do that. So I have no problem saying no. I don't care who it is. It's selling his soul, and that's what that is. You're going to do that. You're going to sell out, and for what? A couple views and a few dollars or whatever you're going to get. Not worth it, man. I will never.
Not worth it.
I will never tell a story of me being abducted or any fantasy that's not true. I would tell you the truth. I've had a filmmaker say to me, "Are you sure you haven't been abducted?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure, bro."
Yeah, I'm positive.
If you were,
I would remember.
Yeah, if you were, though, we could put it into a movie and base it on true.
No.
I said, no, bro. You're not putting that in because that didn't happen. I can't do that.
And unfortunately, I've once again, man, same thing with my dang UFO crash. I've been penalized for not dramatizing my family's case and just providing the facts and telling the story play by play, minute by minute, time by time, not dramatizing it. And, I get punished for it. The same, I've had people that wanted me to be a galactic commander flying on a craft for the Galactic Federation of Worlds, saving this and that. And I'm like, it's not, I no, it would be different, like you're saying, if it actually happened. But like for me, no, I know my reality. We've seen some crazy things. We've been through some crazy things, but that's what it is. We're not going to be something we're not. There's no point for it, especially when we have so many things that are like actually there. We're actually filming these things. We have certain amounts of evidence to validate some of our experiences and all of this.
Yeah.
I don't understand how I'm just saying in general, this famous contactees or whatever they are, they don't have any footage, nothing. And they said, oh, my camera never works. I said, that's impossible. If you're seeing craft they're abducting or taking you I don't mean once, on a regular basis, like you're saying, you haven't gotten one shot on an iPhone or you can't record I don't buy that. I just don't, because that's bullshit. I'm sorry. I just don't buy it.
It's strange.
I don't know.
It is
strange because that's very weird. Yeah.
Like me, I've never been taken by these beings or anything like that. I do feel like I have some sort of, connection somehow, some way. But, why am I me? Ha ha ha, me. Why am I the one out there recording all these things every night? And then these people that are saying they're hanging out with ETs and having all these amazing experiences, like, they should have way more better stuff. I don't get to have that. If I had that, my footage would be way better. Let me tell you.
I will say that I have had that. I have had experiences, not abduction, but being on a craft in those experiences. But I also have really good footage. But it doesn't mean that the people that, I'm not trying to say anything.
Well, no,
I know. I'm not saying they're lying.
Yeah.
I'm just
not that they're lying.
Yeah. But I understand.
It would be nice.
Even you've been on a craft, been abducted, a picture of a craft. I'm not saying once, something happens once or twice. That I get it. You're not planning on it, but people are saying regularly they're coming or they're landing. It's like you don't have a shot or nothing at all.
That's
or you
different.
try every time the camera breaks.
All right,
yeah, like exactly. Yeah, like all right, let someone come over or me or somebody and we'll film it. Like we have footage. Like I don't know. That just once again, I'm always trying to be skeptical or open, and maybe that's the wrong case. Maybe it is, but Yeah, I don't know. I've never had a problem filming this. I know some people can't film it, they don't get it. I know that if your vibration isn't right or you don't want this to happen, yeah, then you
true.
could have issues not filming or you don't want any part of it. That's different. But yeah, a lot of these people, I've heard these stories where they see them all like, all right, just and I can't all right, hey, I don't know. If I went and shared this and I had no proof, oh my God, people would be slaughtering
Oh
me, you know,
yes,
but forget
yeah.
it. Oh my, I'd never hear the end of it. But
Yeah.
and it's still, I have footage that's really been analyzed,
Mhm.
and still people, you know,
Yeah,
they
we're
just, it's
still
never enough.
slaughtered.
Oh,
It's never enough.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like I posted up a video
Oh, that
and
was funny.
I have flight tracker going and
Yeah.
you see the plane. Oh, it's the video you shared.
Yes, it's so
All right.
funny.
And
Not
people,
mine.
Amazing.
No, it was a different video, but
no,
it was
the one he
that.
shared
Oh,
was
that
the
he shared.
double
Okay.
one
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
flight tracker. He shared
Sure.
that,
That's great.
Oh,
last week.
okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
he shared it on his page.
That's it. That's
But
good.
even people were saying it was a plane, and I'm like,
Oh my
do you not see the flight tracker? And
My
people
gosh.
see the plane flying by. The plane, the orbs are double the size, and that was a commercial Boeing,
Yeah,
a
yeah, of course.
727. And those two orbs were way, way larger than that little blinking
Well, you can tell the difference
plane. Yeah.
too. You can totally tell the difference. And
Yeah.
we had that flight tracker, and that person still said it's a plane. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, but Andrew brings up a good point. So anyone out there that does have this constant contact with ETs, all of us would be more than willing to come and document and film this with our fancy night vision cameras. So we'll make that offer to everyone out there. Like
But
Andrew said, we
you know
want to
what would
record it.
happen? You know what would happen? Ours would come. And then we'd have to,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would steal our UFOs. Yeah.
they would take our, yeah.
And if someone out there
That
has
is
a
what
psionic,
would happen.
someone that's a regular contactee that has a psionics, not saying, a lot of people say I can't film them, but they're not going to get equipment or trying. Go get a psionics, film it. If it doesn't work, I want to see a video of try to set it up and show me that it doesn't work, that it goes blank or whatever's going on. I've never seen that with a psionics, that anyone having a problem that, oh, it just won't work. I've heard of people saying, I can't film them, but they don't actually go and get the equipment set up. So try it. Hey, it just helps, especially if you're going to share your story or whatever. It helps to have some visual footage for people because then you could put it together. Because to me, a story is a story, but proof is that's different of, okay, there's physical proof or visual proof. Whoa, there's something there I can grasp that I can relate to. Otherwise, for me, it's just a story. But I'm not taking it away from anyone. But I think that's how we can all grow and all make this a more legit topic, as if we have footage. Of course, gotta have footage.
Yes.
It proves our point. And
have to, yeah.
Like we're saying, people actually do have these experiences, even if they don't have evidence. Just imagine if those people picked up one of these cameras. Imagine the stuff they would record.
Oh my God.
You know, it would be mind-boggling. So yeah, take it, everyone out there, take it as words, as encouragement. We're not putting anyone down or anything like that. We're just trying to encourage everyone, even the big timer YouTube people that have, you know, thousands of followers and all of that, but they don't do that. We're just trying to encourage them, like, hey, maybe you should, because you would probably record some amazing things. And that way they could inspire their larger crowd to start looking up and recording the sky. So that's what we're doing. And speaking of, this is a perfect segue, like a good little skirt right here. This was pretty cool. You were doing an interview, and in the middle of the interview, Andrew, I won't say nothing. I'll just let people watch it. Here we go.
Literally.
Oh,
we have an object.
Oh, there we go.
Right now, there's people around. We don't have to get into the specifics of that. But see right there to your right? See that object? See that object moving?
This one here? Yes.
So the camera's on a tripod.
We have an object moving right above us.
Moving quite fast. Shit.
I like her reaction. It's fast.
So I was doing a psychic reading there, you know, and that's actually my mother-in-law. I was just sitting reading her outside, and then A craft came. We weren't trying to do a CE5, but they come if I'm outside reading people, right? Just crazy.
Oh, that's so cool.
You never know. Anytime, any place, right? It just whatever. Wasn't
And
trying for
Anytime
it.
you're outside.
And you were in the middle of something, you know, you weren't even necessarily like
No,
super
yeah.
focused. And then like
I just happened to see
obviously
it.
something made you look up. You weren't
Yeah,
even
I don't
doing
even know
that.
why. Yeah.
You
No, I
were
wasn't
looking at
trying.
her, you were talking to her, and then you just looked up for half a second.
And it's
what
there, right? Exactly.
like what made you look up when you're talking to someone right there? You know?
I notice as I'm connecting with their relative, if I'm getting a message from one of their loved ones that have passed on the other side, when I'm outside at night, orbs will start to come. So I just started glancing up, and it happened to be there at that point. I was connecting with her.
You know it's coming.
So yeah, for example, her father was coming through on the other side giving a message, and as that happened, an orb came. And this happens all the time. If I do readings during the day, normally inside, but if I'm outside with people at night or I'm doing a skywatch, sometimes they're like, read me or tell me something. And they come, the craft come too, while I'm telling them a message from their loved ones. So I know there's a connection with our loved ones in these things. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Look, there you go. There's the proof. Like, that's what it's all about right there. Boom, proof.
Wow.
And it's right above my home in a residential area. There's nowhere special. That there's houses right next to me. This is my old house that I lived in previously. You're in a regular residential block, you know, nothing crazy, no fancy equipment, just a psionics camera on a tripod. That's it.
Wow. That's a reoccurring theme, this ancestral, the spirits, the love, angels. We just had Angel Watcher on before, and you know, some people call them angels, some people call them protectors, guides.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of everything, like Sarah said earlier. You know,
all the same.
All connected, all the same pot.
All connected is what it is. Yeah.
And
I think it's however you're raised, or like whatever your understanding is, your brain will interpret it to, oh, that, you know, that's an angel. That's something positive. Not that it's a winged creature flying down. That, oh my God, that'd be great too. But it feels angelic, like it feels positive, like, right? So we might, based on how we're raised and what's around us, go, oh, that's an angel. Oh, that's the Buddha. Oh, that's Christ. Whatever. It's all good. Whatever works.
Yeah. I worked with the angelics for a very long time. And then when I started seeing them, the, you know, ETs or whatever people want to call them, they felt like angels. It was very angelic feeling. But even though they told me, hey, we're extraterrestrial, or that's what I call them, but they feel angelic to me.
Yes.
So, yeah. It's whatever people want to call them. As long as it's positive, they don't care.
Yeah.
That's true. And one thing I do want to discuss is this right here.
Oh, amazing. So Contact is a 3-part series. You have the divine realm, the paranormal realm, and the astral realm. So it's a 3-part series where they are interviewing people that are UFO contactees, people that have had psychic experience that fit in these different realms. I'm in all 3 of the parts. They interview me, and then they show me doing actual psychic readings and making UFO contact. The film has just been selected for the 40 Film Festival in the UK, and it's being, right now, it's in the approval process for all the big film festivals. It will be shown at a bunch of them, and then it'll be officially released for everyone on Amazon Prime, not till February, but right now it's doing the film festival route. And this is the first film that I've ever been in that's been peer reviewed. So this is a big deal.
Wow. Wow.
That's amazing. Good for you.
And amazing. You said Amazon Prime when
Amazon Prime. And who knows, because the last film this lady did, who's incredible, the last film she did won 7 awards at the film festival. So whatever happens with this, right, who knows where it'll stream, whatever it's going to happen.
And but 3 parts, you said?
Yeah, this is 3 parts. So depending on what part might be shown at different film festivals, but I am in all 3 parts based on my experiences. And they had scientists to priests to all sorts of people peer review this thing, and I've heard amazing feedback so far from where they've did a couple previews already, and from the peer reviews. They said they were really impressed with everything. So
we'll
see that's what amazing.
Yeah, so everyone, keep your eye out for this right
Contacts.
here.
Yep.
Contact the paranormal realm.
If anyone goes to my website, it's on all my websites and on all my socials. I'll be sharing all the updates about it. Facebook, Instagram. I'll update everyone as soon as I know where and any links they can watch it.
Yeah, and now that we've blasted through a lot of your UFO videos, we've got to learn some of them what you thought they were. We got to talk about that. We got to go through your journey a little bit and how you've been looking at these things for a long time and witnessing them and even seeing them in the Coast Guard, some of your background. Now moving forward, and you just brought up your website, and I have a little video here showing your website, but you are a psychic and you're doing readings and things like that. You were just talking about doing a reading and seeing a UFO. So I would love to hear a little bit more about like all that good stuff. And
so yeah, I am a psychic medium, so that's my website right there. It's just psychicfirefighter.com, real easy to find. And I have done psychic readings on everyone from my neighbors to A-list actors and anything and everything in between. People find me. There's Armie Hammer. I read the famous actor Armie Hammer a couple of years ago when I was podcast. So yeah, just been doing this for 15 years. So basically, I made a pact with my grandmother when she was alive that when she passed, she'd give me a sign from the other side. And if she did, I would tell everyone. Well, she passed away, gave me a sign, and that took me on my psychic journey. So I am you want to call it professional psychic medium, whatever, psychic medium. I read people one-on-one. I also train people in meditation, transcendental meditation, tapping into their psychic abilities. People usually come see me for individual one-on-one or group sessions. I read groups of people. I've done plenty of them. Bachelorette parties, whatever they have going on, anything, whatever works. Hey, it's all good. I will connect people with their loved ones on the other side, give them messages, and everyone wants to know about their future. So I am a numerologist. I've studied numerology for years. I will take numerology, take someone's birthday, and tell them how to map out their future. People love that. That is so helpful, planning on your future, finding out where you're from, where you are, and where you're going. So if anyone wants to find me or come get a reading, just go to my website, contact me directly through there, and we can take it from there. But it's pretty straightforward. If you want to check out my background, you could see all people I've read. You could see tons of reviews on my website. And yeah, I read people all over the world now because I do all the readings online. Everything's on Zoom now. No one wants to come in person anyway. So I have clients everywhere from Australia to New York to India to Germany to Switzerland. It doesn't matter. Anything and everything and in between.
And do you have some of your UFO stuff on there as
well? You go to my website. Everything
right there,
is there.
UFO page.
Oh yeah, I have all my UFO videos. And if you go to my YouTube page or any social media page, all my UFO stuff is there as well. So like I said, I think everything is connected. I think the psychic readings, the UFO stuff is so important to look at together. Not many psychic mediums do the combo. For me, I do. A lot of people that come to me are contactees, and that's why they're having psychic abilities or they're drawn to me, because I talk about different things that other mediums, the medium that trained me, who's amazing, he does not like the UFO subject because he said, be careful. There's a lot of kooks out there and there's a lot of BS. He is right. I get it. And he's not into it. He's not, not into that stuff. Me, I was always pulled and drawn to it. So it's part of my journey.
Yeah. And, that's great. And I have a lot of friends that live in Australia. So my next question is, because one thing we're all kind of doing, and I think it's great, are you ever doing any sort of skywatching events that are happening in your local area? Do you set up things like that? Is that something you want to do in the future?
So I still do them. I've had people reach out to me that have come to my home, and I've just done them here. That's just the easiest thing. I personally don't like huge groups because way too many different energies. And not everyone's there to make contact. You'll see some people on their phone putzing around. I'm real serious. I don't play around with this stuff. So you want to get the results? I'd rather do it with nobody because I know what I'm sending out and what I'm getting back. Or if I meet some like Peter Maxwell Slattery or somebody that's had a lot of contact, that's different. Then we can go, or somebody that's open. But if you're not sure, you don't know, I'm not the guy. Do not go to a group or whatever. Don't come to me because I don't want to have you figure this out that you don't like it or you freak out. I'm not the guy for that. I want to make sure you're serious or you're open to seeing this. Some people see UFOs and they run. That's happened in groups. I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to mess up the signal. So go do that somewhere else. If you know, or you're a well-seasoned veteran, no problem. We can go do it. So I don't mind going to Skywatchers. I've gone to them, but I haven't gotten involved with running them because the one times I tried, I just had some pretty horrific things where, oh my God, I almost did it on national TV and would have got mocked. So I just don't get involved with it. I don't mind going though. I don't mind going.
And you bring up a good point, because when you do have a bunch of random people, if there is someone, even though say you have 10 people that got the right vibe, putting out the right energy, if you got one person with a low vibe, it's going to mess up that,
you gotta be
like
so
you said,
careful.
the signal. It's going to screw it all up. And that one bad apple can actually mess up the entire watch. So
even if you're going through a bad time in life or you're not well, that might not be the time to go.
Even as a Skywatcher,
it might not. You have to decide, and you will know personally. I need to go rest tonight. It's not the time, and that comes with experience. I have a contact group near Albany, New York, East Nassau, that I've made contact with for over a decade now. That group is special. That group, I've had tons of experiences. James Iandoli from Engaging the Phenomena, he's part of that group too. I met him with Dr. Greer, and he's part of that contact group. And there's a lot of solid people. That's different. I would go with them anytime, but they have their own things set up. So yeah, if you have a crew and you know they're solid, absolutely. But if you don't know them, you got to be real careful, because anyone could show up. And over the years, we've had people show up who they were like, one person's like, I don't want to be here. My husband wrote me. I'm like,
oh geez,
what are you doing? Get out, leave.
Get out of here.
Nothing's gonna happen.
You're yucking the yum. You're yucking the yum.
They're not gonna come.
I love that.
They're not gonna come scare the group. They're not gonna do that. They're just not gonna show.
Yeah.
So I would not advise doing that. You got to make sure, don't drag your partner. Just come by yourself. It's not worth it, because you're there for the group, not you. It's not all about you. You know what I mean? You got to be there. Don't mess it up for everyone else. So I prefer
consciousness.
I know my dog wants family. My dog ain't gonna screw it up. She's always down. So
mine may.
That's it. Yeah,
She's been good though. She's been good.
She has been.
This is actually her time she lays down. So that's why these late ones, she likes these late ones.
Yeah. Wow. And Andrew brought up a great point of saying it's important, because I know a lot of Skywatchers watch the show and stuff, and I know no one will believe this, but there has been nights where I haven't recorded anything. It does happen, and that can be a whole list of other things, and it does happen. No one will probably believe me.
It doesn't. Sorry.
Years ago, when we first started in the group, some nights I went up there and I was brand new, so I don't know. And I realized, there's some people here maybe that don't want to be here. And then as I got more serious, I remember hearing Greer and even people saying, just do it with like one other person or nobody. And that is when I started to get the best results. So I just prefer, I go, what works? This works. I don't want to screw that up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been on a winning streak though. When I said I haven't seen anything,
you have.
That was before I had the psionics. When I was going out there with my cell phone,
that's different. Yep,
that's different.
I would only see them every other. They had to be super big and bright to even pick up.
I'm sure they were.
Since I've gotten this,
every
winning streak every night.
Love it.
But yeah, that's amazing. And one little question I have for you, considering you have certain abilities and things of this nature, and how things kind of just come to you. This is kind of a weird question. I'm trying to think of how to say. When you see these crafts, there's always a part of us, and you're kind of logical, you're skeptical. I can tell you have a skeptical mind. I've told people that I'm actually kind of skeptical. And when you got your skeptical mind going, and then you have your spiritual psychic mind going, you know, when you see these crafts, what's going on in there? What is it? Is it a tug of war? You know, do you give in to it? Do you block out that and you try to lean more into the spiritual side? Or does that skeptical side, do you fight with yourself? You know, what's that process like in your head when you see these crafts, trying to understand them?
Yeah, for me, meditating daily when I'm in those situations like through meditating daily, I just am able to tune right in. Whereas years ago, I would have sat meditating for 20 minutes and then made contact. Now, when I'm seeing it, I can shift. It's almost like from one side of the brain to the other. That's the best way I could describe meditation, going from the irrational, rational to that open spiritual side, just being open. So I can just shift it. That's come with time. That doesn't happen right away. Didn't for me. Took years from removing all those filters through meditating. So meditation for me is the key to all of this. If I'm not meditating, I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to, you know what I mean? If I didn't meditate the way I did all these years, I don't think this would have been possible because I had to get into that frequency.
And the daytime, you're saying you're not just doing this like 20 minutes before you go out. And you're doing this throughout the day, long before you even think about skywatching.
So
I do the same.
Exactly.
I'm the exact same.
You know, Derek Jeter, right, or the best baseball players that at practice all day, right? They're doing their thing, doing it. So same thing, that you got to train that thing. I wake up, meditate. At some point during the day, I'm training somebody in meditation, so I'm doing at least a couple 20-minute sessions. So that's a lot. And then going out, I could just I don't have to sit. I've done enough during the day that my reserve is built up from all these weeks and months of, and I just do it, and these things happen. I don't do it for it to happen, but when I do it, the side effect is this. So I just keep doing it.
It's amplified.
Yes.
Exactly.
Things are amplified. And more importantly, from the sounds of it, you're able to control all those questions that I had about what's going on in there. It prepares you for it. It's like we start skywatching the second we wake up. And even when we're asleep, possibly. Who knows what's going on when we're asleep? That's a whole nother conversation.
Oh God, yeah.
Lots of stuff.
The best contact I have is right when I wake up or right before bed, because I'm in that in-between hypnagogic state.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's how you can project and travel out of body. That's
it's true. It's true. I've seen so much stuff. So many experiences have happened to me during that, between wake and sleep, in that certain stage.
It's amazing.
Because they tell me my thoughts keep going and going and going. And during that stage, you're really in alpha, and going into theta. That's the perfect area they can get you at.
The place between asleep and awake, as I always call it. And I've actually had a few sightings where, once again, 4:30 in the morning, the dog starts whining, half asleep, grab the dog, go outside. I could care less about UFOs. Honestly, I'm half asleep and boom. And it's like, I question myself. When you're half asleep, you're like, is this even real? And then I pull out my phone back then, or my camera, because I'm not going to. I'm not going to run upstairs, grab my psionics. I don't keep it close. Certain situations, we don't have time to grab our.
No, you just do what you got to do. Exactly. Yeah.
I pull out my cell phone and I record it. Or honestly, some mornings I've been so tired that I don't even record it. I'm like, this one's just in between me and you. Sorry, world. You won't get to see this one. A private sighting. But that's absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for sharing that. I know it was kind of deep, but I'm just curious of how, because my brain does things sometimes, and it gets jumbled up. And Sarah knows I'm very high energy, 24/7. So,
but you're able to calm yourself during these, during this show.
the whole
Calm
entire
yourself enough to
the
think
whole
irrationally.
the whole entire time I'm telling myself, let the guest speak, let the guest speak,
Yes,
shut up,
yes,
shut
yes.
up, shut up. That's what I'm
Mhm.
telling myself the whole entire time. Well, it's so exciting hearing when I
Yes.
talk to my guests, when I hear
Yeah, of
certain
course.
things, I get so
Yep.
jazzed up. And,
Mhm.
we're having conversations. These aren't really interviews. And we all hold a piece of the puzzle.
We
And by
do.
sharing those
Yep.
connections, that's that moment when we all realize we have so much in common, sharing those things that are off the script from what we
Mhm.
normally say.
Yep.
That's where the magic is.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
with that being said, my wonderful friend, are there any final words or messages you would like to leave with everyone?
Yeah, so we're in 2025. 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. The number 9 is we're almost at the end of a cycle. So
Mhm.
things might be heightened or crazy or even more, intense than normal. Just hang in there, stick with the others, find the others, do your thing, just stay on your journey, go experiment, go out there. Like that Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind is a great book, but it's also a great thing to apply. And I've read some real easy, I'm not a crazy reader, but real easy, basic books like that when I got started, just to help me, sort out and filter things out. And it's really important with all this chaos that's going on that, we stay grounded. And that's a way that you could stay grounded, literally, to us and our being, is to go out, turn it all off, sit and make contact, not even record, just go out and sit there at first. Just sit, see what's going on. Maybe
Mhm.
sit the camera up to the side, but just sit there, be present. That's a great way that we could all stay connected. So yeah, that's what I'd love to just pass along.
Well, thank
Amazing.
you.
Yeah, thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much. This has been a lot of fun, a lot of information. We touched on a lot
Mhm.
of different subjects. And once again, everyone, if you would like to be featured in next week's video, you got to hashtag the psychic firefighter. So make sure you go hashtag that down in the comments to be featured in next week's video. Also,
Awesome.
make sure that you go into the description, check out his website, check out his YouTube channel. You can find all that information down there, along with the socials for Sarah UFO Girly and myself. And we had an awesome time talking with you. I hope everyone that's watching this, I hope that you had a wonderful night. And we all really appreciate all of you coming out, all the love and support that all of you show. We have an amazing, beautiful community here. And I'm so excited with what we're doing with fellow Skywatchers from
Mhm.
all around the world, from Australia to New Jersey to
Yeah.
Iowa and many other places as we continue this journey. And this is happening all around the world, no doubt about it. And we are all here for some reason. And, the switch is on, boys and girls.
Yes.
The switch is on. And
Mhm.
we are the disclosure. We're not waiting for the government.
No.
Disclosure happened for us a long time ago. We're just waiting for everyone to catch up. Disclosure has already happened. We're just waiting for people to catch up to it. We're not waiting for it. We're making it happen. And we're doing it by any means. We all have lives. We all have responsibilities. But as Andrew said, we find peace in going out and meditating and spending time in nature and watching the skies. And our goal is to encourage all of you to do the same. So, once again, everyone, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Keep your eyes to the skies, and we will see you next time. Have a wonderful night. Boom! I always end these things so bad.
Nah, thanks for having me, guys. I really
Robert Earl, I got fire in the night. Eyes wide open, see the alien lights. Chasing shadows through the cold dirt and pine. Truth ain't hidden if you know where to find. Long nights, vigil cameras catch the glow. Mysterious movement, secrets start to show. Government whispers they're trying to hide, but we ain't sleeping till the truth's on our side. We are the disclosure, not the government lies. Dig up the secrets with our own damn eyes. No cover-up conspiracies in the dark. are talking about the tales he's told. Skeptics laughing, but he's got the proof, showing us visions breaking the roof. Desert nights, howling wind blowing fierce, searching skies, cutting through the mystic veils. Visions captured on the night's sharp edge, government tremoring while we make a play. The disclosure, not the government lies. Dig up the secrets with our own damn eyes. No cover of conspiracies in the dark. We light the flame and we ignite the spark. We are the disclosure, not the government lies. Dig up the secrets with our own damn eyes. No cover of conspiracies in the dark. We light the flame and we ignite the spark. We light the flame and we ignite the spark. We are the disclosure, not the government lies. Dig up the secrets with our own damn